My name's John Webb, and I'm in the development team at Assura. Coffee in the mornings to wake up, tea in the afternoon so I can actually get to sleep. A bit of both. I'm going to say I'm an indoors person. I'm stuck behind a screen most of the day on Teams meetings. I like a call, definitely. That kind of interaction you get from that, much prefer. 100% night owl. Mornings aren't my thing, really. When we deal with our GP practices, we always say that the form needs to follow the function. So I'm going to say function. Assura is a property company that exclusively partners with the NHS and healthcare organisations. We do three things at Assura primarily. We develop new build buildings for NHS and GP organisations. We buy existing buildings and we manage them as well. And we do all of that in-house. We take a long-term partnership approach with all of our tenants and take a long-term view because we're here to improve buildings that we own, as well as making sure that we employ cutting-edge design on the new builds that we develop. The future is a really interesting thing. I think that if you look back about 2 years ago, we started to forecast what the 2030 medical centre would look like. And we did a whole lot of scoping exercises and videos that talked about an increased use of technology, combination of face-to-face and telehealth appointments, and then adaptable spaces in the community. We then realised in the last 18 months that that 2030 horizon that we were looking at for a lot of this new development has been accelerated massively because of the challenges that we've all faced. So as much as face-to-face consultations are here to stay, and quite rightly, we think that the change in demand of the future of primary care has accelerated the adaptation and use of technology going forward. At Assura, we're really excited to be partnering the NHS on a huge amount of really exciting initiatives. So the future for us involves not just new build practices, but it's upgrading our existing estate that we have at the moment. But it's also working on sustainability and social impact initiatives too. So we're looking to provide one of the first net zero carbon medical centres in the UK by a deadline of 2026, and we're well on the way to doing that. But also assessing the social impact of new build premises and medical centres, and how can a building really help the clinicians that work within it to provide a better service or better patient experience and satisfaction too. So for us, the need for primary care has never been greater. The demand is huge. There's a huge backlog in the system beyond the primary care estate as well that we're involved with. And we're really excited to be part of the solution, but not just resting on our laurels and doing what we did a few years ago. It's pushing the boundaries in all areas. So the sustainability initiatives and net zero carbon approach that we're taking and piloting in a number of areas already is really exciting for us, because we see this really as the decade of action to make sure that low emissions are part of the future going forward as standard, and that we can all play our part in meeting a lot of the kind of green agenda that the government has got, but that also part of the global citizenship approach is that we need to play our part in helping the NHS realise their own green sustainability targets too. If I could be someone for a day, who would I be? I think it would be probably, sounds a bit of a strange answer, but one of my kids. I've got a 4-year-old, and the naivety and enjoyment of the world that kids have, and that excitement about the smallest of things, is something I'd quite like to bottle up and continue to kind of have going forwards, because I think that viewing the eyes through a kid's eyes is the most exciting way of looking at things. So is that the right answer? Probably a bit of a strange answer, but yeah.